Tuliprepare tukaiweka kwa michanga tukawekelea mulch tukaweka tumaji kidogo so they are regenerated
over the tree lines. So then we have actually still included mother trees, those trees that provide us organic matter, food for our main cash crops. So again, our main cash crops are here: lemon, avocado, mango, and tamarind. Okay? So now we have included in the middle, we have included so that we actually use the biomass, the woody biomass as well as the leaves to give actually food to our main cash crops. Okay? Those of you who have not accompanied this, we had a special planting team of 8 people who were actually incorporating those trees every 3 meters. So this is only, now we are talking about the seedling. Now we come to the seeds. We will include much, much more. You will be quite astonished how many seeds I will still include. What else did we do here? So if I remove this here, you have seen that we have done in the middle, we have done some trenches, right, for our trees. And we have put the soil to this side here where I am. Okay, so the trenches are of a depth of around 15 to 20 centimeters. And here we have this mound in a convex structure. So convex means like this. Concave would be like this. But the mound is like this, a convex structure. On this mound now, we have planted the cassava, okay, every 1 meter. And we have also planted sweet potato every 3 meters. Okay, just at the feet or at the bottom of this mound, we have planted sisal. You can see one here, every meter. Okay, and we have planted aloe vera every 3 meters. We have done this only every 3 meters because we haven't had more material. If we have had more material, we would have planted those every meter. You could even plant the sisal every half a meter. The more you have, the better, and the more you integrate, the better, because they have lots of water. In the end, we will pollard them, the leaves, if they're getting too big, and this will be organic matter and soil cover for our fruit crops. Okay?
Yeah, this is very important because if you can see in the photos that you have picked, we have done a lot of mulching. So we have done a lot of mulching to protect the soil from drying. And also there's a new technique of mulching whereby we are using the banana stumps. We slice them in between because the banana stump is having more or less 90% of water. They provide our seeds and seedlings with a lot of water, even for 3 weeks from today. Even if we could not have rain, the plants will germinate without a problem. And other than that, there's the succession way. There's the succession process. In succession, we have some plants that are occupying the lower layer, others the mid layer, others the canopy layer. So we are utilizing a very large area into the air, not only into the soil. So we are going to replenish those soils. They're going to be very fertile in the long run. And also we are going to reap a lot from all the layers. That is the ground, the middle layer, and the canopy layer. And other than that, of course, all in all, it is a very educative program to the agriculture students. The agriculture students, they're all here. They have been very much active in the process because, especially being extension workers, they are going to teach farmers on planting different types of crops and seeds. Yeah.
Can we please come down now? Full focus and full attention now, because it's important that you understand what we have done so far, okay, and what we will do as the next steps. So what have we done so far? On the first day, we have done, first of all, the pegging, okay, So we have demarcated our 3 rows every 3 meters from each other in the north-south direction. Why it is important to have them in the north-south direction? Because here we're in a semi-arid area, I think south to the equator, and we want to maximize sunlight capture. Okay? This we do by directing our 3 rows in north-south direction. Okay? So now we have planted in the 3 rows, alternating every 3 meters, the medium stratum fruit trees and the high stratum fruit trees. So here we have the lemon, for example, is a medium stratum fruit trees. In the next one we have mango and avocado, which are high stratum fruit trees. What does this mean? The high stratum fruit trees, they need more sunlight than the medium.
Ebu, let's ask a provocative question.
Especially with the process that you're doing, how important is it, especially for farmers?
This process is very important, especially to the young farmers who do not like going to the farm every now and then. Conventional farming has it that farmers are in the farm during plowing, planting, weeding, killing the pests, and every now and then. But for this one, after planting, we leave the system to run on its own without any external inputs. So we are not going to weed, we are not going to apply pesticides. The only thing that we are going to do is to pollard or to prune so that we return the organic matter into the soil to promote the growth of bacteria and beneficial fungi. Thank you. Yeah.
You press first and then you open a little bit and now you put here the seeds. No, you can put 4 or 5, huh?
Okay.
Now you press it and then you close it. And you do the same to the other side. Some beans. This we can do. We could also plant, not sure whether you have cocoyam. Or the mounds were properly done. I was checking them. Yes. It was nicely done, and also the biomass organization was nicely done. So you well covered here our 3 rows. You can see here, even if we haven't had rain now, we have already some cover, isn't it? We have a nice cover. So this is important that it's well organized, and you won't believe it. It's a difference if you organize it well, like this, or if you just throw it in a mess. There is a big difference. It makes a big difference for the management, it makes a big difference for the planting, it makes a big difference for the plants. So always take care. You do it in a proper way and you organize it always along the 3 rows. Don't put it that way and this way at the same time. Always put it along the rows. Why? Because it's then much easier for me to handle everything. Right? Because now I have planted the cassava, I have planted the sisal, I have planted the aloe vera. I've planted now my sweet potato. And now I will plant lots of seeds. Later on I have to find this stuff again, isn't it? And I also have to manage. What does manage mean? I take my pruning chair and then I will play around. Yeah, I will enter into dialogue with my plants and see what I have to cut, because we plant in a high density, in a high diversity. So I have to intervene, I have to cut a few things here. Okay? And then, of course, I have also plants of different life cycles. So, for example, I will integrate now maize. The maize has a life cycle of around 3 months. After 3 to 4 months, you will harvest your maize, isn't it? The sweet potato stays there for how long? Around 6 months, isn't it? After 6 months, I harvest my sweet potato. The aloe vera and the sisal will remain for a longer time. They will provide me lots of organic matter, so I will chop it and then I will put it to my food crops so that they have food, that they have water, and that also they create some mushrooms. And you remember the symbiosis between mushroom and the plants. So they activate the mushrooms, they will take up the nutrients from the soil and they will pass it on to me. So you are the mushroom, you give me the nutrients. Yeah? You have lots of nutrients. And I look to the sun, I'm the mango tree, and I get lots of sunlight. Yeah? and I produce a lots of sugars, a lots of glucose, and also water, and I will pass on to her, my mushrooms, I will pass on the sugars to her. And she is happy. You see, she's smiling, you can see her. I'm also happy. My heart opens now. I'm very happy. You know, and I get a lots of nutrients. So she takes up the nutrients from the soil, a lots of nitrogen, a lots of phosphorus, a lots of potassium, calcium, magnesium. So we belong to each other. Give me a hug. So we belong to each other. We are friends. Okay, so this is the symbiosis of mushrooms and the plants. We need a lots of mushrooms in the soil. Never forget this more in life. If you study agriculture, we need mushrooms. The more woody material you have on your plot, the more mushrooms you have. Okay, if we plant more trees, we can cut off more branches, more trunks. We have more material, woody material on the soil, and we create more mushrooms. So she's even more happier. She will start smiling and she will never end smiling. She will smile like for 24 hours. You see her smiling already. Huh? And I'm also smiling because I'm not worried anymore about nutrients. All the time I get nutrients. Wow, more nutrients. And I'm getting strong mango. Even better mango than I have eaten this morning. Very sweet mango, very healthy mango, and a lots of mango, and high energetic mango. And you can then dry this mango, and I already told Miriam that we Forest for Farming, we will provide a manual for you to build a dryer. So you can build a dryer, and then you can dry those fruits. I have with me some dried banana. Those ones who are very kind to me and who do a proper job, they can taste those dried banana afterwards during lunch. Okay, so drying is a very valuable technology. So it's a lots of opportunities and possibilities for you to do. So now we have organized our 3 rows, and we still have some work to do. So what are the remaining steps now? Now what is very important that in syntropic agroforestry we plant a lot with seeds. Seedlings, you have seen, the seedling quality is often very, very poor, right? They are aged. The roots are curled up actually in the polyethylene bags. They actually are like in a prism, and often they delay a lot. We have already done some experiments. When we plant a seedling like this one, and now you will bring me also some lemon seeds, please, Lucky, you forgot them. Bring them to me. So here we have one of the most marvelous mother trees. This is the Terminalia catappa, the Indian almond. Okay, this is already germinating, though you have to be careful that this is of course the top. You don't plant it like this. Okay, so be careful. Also press the seed against the soil when you plant it. A little bit, not too much, because otherwise you might break the seed, okay? And that's it. You plant this one do we have only this one?
Yeah, the one for the morning got lost. I don't know if it can. So just that one is the one.
So we plant this every 3 meters, okay? 3. Is this all? Number 1 I think is missing, isn't it? Number 1 has this one. Leocena. Then now the papaya. Do you still have papaya?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, you want to plant.
I want to plant.
Okay. So, what?
Yeah. We have been introduced to a new system of farming that is called syntropic farming. Syntropic farming is a way that we can cultivate our crops without using chemical fertilizers. We have been educated about how to plant some bananas that is disease-free without any diseases. And we shall embrace as students, we have to embrace it.
Chakula milele. Kilimo msitu, chakula milele.
But now somebody else, or should I do?
Okay, I'll say. No problem.
Who can shout very, very loud?
Madam.
Madam will say.
But we need a base. Aya, let's rehearse. You tell me whether I'll do it or somebody else. Eh?
It's okay.
Put them into the sun. Put the kipper here.
So group 6.
Group next. Group number 1. Group number 1.
Can we still, maybe in between those Maasai grass, we can still plant some beans? What do you think?
Depends on your accommodation.
Is no?
Yes, or it's good with maize.
I'm asking you. I think so, no?
It should. It's okay with maize.
Okay, no. The other ones?
The other seeds. You want what? Which
Lucky?
Lucky. Lucky.
They will overtake this seedling. I almost promise you. Why? Because the seeds, they can form now their roots right in situ, right on the place. And this seedling, he was like in a prison with its roots, and now he's coming out to the field and he has to recover. He's already stressed now. We have done tests in Tanzania some time ago, and I published a video in Instagram at the Forest for Farming channel. There you can see cashew nut planted by seeds and by seedling. And the one by seeds is already this size, and the one planted by seedling this size. And the seedling hasn't made any progress, and the seedling has done lots of progress. So we plant a lot by seeds, always as a life insurance, because if this guy doesn't behave well, then we have other guys who will come up. And the other advantage, if you have lots of seeds, then you can choose. You go as per the principle of Charles Darwin, survival of the fittest. If you have 15 seedlings coming up, planted from seeds, then you can choose the nicest one, the most vigorous one, right? And the other ones you can thin out. But if I have only one, this one, I have no choice. I have to accept. I have to accept or I die, isn't it? So this is important. Now, coming to the seeds. So probably I will show you the seeds and you tell me what it is. I think this one is a very difficult one. Probably it takes days for you to identify that. Avocado Persea americana. So this year I plant the seeds. We have not too many, so we plant them every 3 meters here. Please remember, each group now has to assign those seeds to your members. That not one person is doing all of them, but you split them up. You say, for example, Mr. John is doing now avocado seeds, okay? Pedro is doing the mango seeds. Then Jonathan is doing the basi seeds, the Cashanus Cashan seed, whatever. Okay? Maria is doing the maize seeds. You have to be responsible in your groups. I don't tell you that. But I will show you on how to plant them. How do you plant the avocado seeds? So this is, by the way, here not for production. We have already planted grafted avocado trees for production. Now we will plant those ones from other trees. Is the filming still okay? Are you still filming? Yeah, okay. So I continue. Okay, how do you plant the avocado? This way or this way, this way? How do you plant the avocado? What do you think? There is a specific position to do. I cannot plant it anywhere, anyhow.
This way.
This way?
No, this way.
Okay, good. Is he correct? This way? Okay, yes, he is correct. So make sure that you plant it this way, okay? Not this way, because if this way, then you can forget it, okay? We want to have germination, so we want to have the roots coming out to the right side, taproot coming downwards, and then making the bud to the upper side. Okay, now important with avocado, I plant them every 3 meters here. Important here, for each of the 3 rows, please have one person responsible for that. First of all, we haven't loosened the soil, but now we have to make sure that there is no air in the soil. This is one of my favorite words, huh? Air, I know. Remove the air pockets. How often I have already mentioned this during these days. Remove the air pockets. It's very, very important. So remove always the air pockets, because we want to have a proper root establishment, and we don't want to plant the roots into the air, okay? So first of all, somebody with its fist presses a little bit here the soil, okay? is this clear? Are we together? Okay, and now I plant here in between the avocado. Look, what is very important, for each and every seed, you press against the soil the seeds. Don't put it like this. This doesn't work. Okay? It's like if you throw away your girlfriend or your boyfriend. The same way. Okay? So you just do it like this. You press it against the soil, you see? And you do it halfway through. The avocado is only slightly covered with soil here. Okay? You can still see it. Can everybody see it, please?
Yes.
It's not that you plant it with that depth. You just plant it like that, that you cover it with soil up to here. And you still see the top. Okay?
Yes.
The first thing. Every 3 meters. So the person with avocado can already go through the row. He does it every 3 meters. He doesn't have to wait for the others to come. Okay? One important rule. If we plant together, okay, several people plant seeds together, then those ones who are in the front, they leave the seeds open so that the last one who is in the row can then close the seeds. Because if you already close it, that the other ones following you, they don't know anymore where you've already seeded. So let's assume you have 5 people. The first 4 seed their things you have assigned them to, and they leave it open. They just press it against the soil, and then the last one, the 5th person, will seed the last few seeds, and then they will cover slightly the soil. Is this clear? Are we together? Yeah. So otherwise you're getting confused, and you don't have to do it all together. You are assigned for avocado and mango, then you can do it. You do it in a few minutes here. This is a very fast exercise now. Okay? So then the mango. Next one. Mango we have more. So mango we will plant every 1 meter. We have already done a planting bed here. Mango are recalcitrant seed. What does this mean? The same as avocado. You cannot store them for a long time. So I have asked Lucky to put them into a planting bed, okay? To cover them with soil and to keep them moist. And you see, it's already now germinating. We have already those ones germinating, you see? A very good job which he has done, because now it's much faster. Okay, we have already saved 4 to 6 weeks. Now those guys, be very careful here when you're pressing them. I wouldn't put them there because you might break the first roots. So we put them to the sides, I would say. The roots afterwards, they will look for the way down. You can try it, but if you do it this way, you can also do it, but then you have to be very careful here. That I make a small hole here, okay? And I plant them suspended, you see here? I just press this part, and here, can you see here? I don't press it, I don't touch it here, okay? And I just cover it slightly, okay? You can do it, but be careful. It would be the better way, because then of course the roots are already going downwards, what we want. If we do it this way, then we will delay the whole process. So try to do it this way, but I have to open a little bit. I show it once again, like this, to one side only, and then I can press it to the other side. Okay. So, this was it. Then this one. Marvelous tree planted.
Maybe you can demonstrate up here, because some people are straining to see. You can just demonstrate while up here, but we shall plant.
Yeah. I will show you everything.
For the mango.
Huh?
For the mango, they are straining to see.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So they haven't seen it?
They haven't seen it.
Okay, so I plant another mango here. Anyway, it can be even denser. So please have a careful look here. I make a hole here. I have to make sure that I'm in the middle of the line. Now I'm not at the mound anymore. Huh? I'm in the middle of the line now. I make a hole here. I put the seed like this. Now I put the roots, which have been already established, I put in the hole. Yeah, they're not even touching the soil now. I press a little bit. I have to press the mango seed a little bit against the soil, always. And now I close it. I mean, you don't have to close it, as I said, the last person will close. I just demonstrate on how it will be finally, but as I said, the last person will close it. Then this marvelous tree is an exotic tree. I mean, maybe they have exaggerated a little bit here. I can see it everywhere. Who knows it? I mean, that's very easy. We can see it everywhere. Neem tree, okay. Azadirachta indica. Comes from India originally. It's everywhere planted at the university. It's one of the best performing trees here. We will also use it as mother tree. But we won't only plant neem tree, we will plant it together with many other trees, okay? This is also mother tree, so we will also pollard it annually. Okay, so at 5 meter, 6 meter height, it will provide us a lots of organic matter for our main cash crops. So you can easily put 4 to 5 seeds for each planting hole. I also put it every 1 meter at least. So I can put it, for example, between my avocado and my mango here in the middle. I make a small hole, and now be careful here. Always press here with your fingers. The creator gave me some fingers. Thank you, creator, for this. And then you press it against the soil here. Always press this. This is what is usually not done. Even so I explain, then afterwards I tell you again, I will see 30-40% people not doing this. I'm 100% sure. I put my hands in fire that I will find at least one not doing this. Hopefully I don't burn my fingers. If you are all doing the right thing, then I'm really lost. But you see, you press the seeds against the soil, okay? You put 4 to 5 every meter, at least. Also, highly recalcitrant seeds. These are almost dried out already. You have to make sure that you always keep them moist. You cannot store them for more than 1 week. If you want to store them for more than 1 week, they are lost. I already told you that Forest for Farming is developing an encyclopedia, which is encyclopedia of plants, where we show for different plants, like for this one, whether you can store seeds, yes or no, which stratum it will be, what life cycle, which diameter, whether you have to pre-treat the seeds, and so on and so on, okay? Take advantage of this app. If you want to work in this space, then this app will be of big use, great use for you. Okay, next one. Now this one, now it's getting a little bit more difficult. By the way, don't keep these seeds for a long time in the sun. You see, now I'm touching them, they're already boiling. We shouldn't even keep them for 10 minutes in the soil. Seeds you always should store in the shade, never put them into the sun. They're already boiling. They can lose germination within 1 or 2 hours. So what seeds are those ones here? I have already found them here also in the region. No, it's not watermelon. It's a tree. So it's Leocena leocifolia. You know Leocena? Okay, so I have done the pre-treatment at night. Yeah, you were already sleeping most probably. I was still working on the pre-treatment of these Leocena seeds. So I've put them into water, into hot water, 80 degrees for 2 minutes, and then I put them into cold water for a few hours. This is in order to break the dormancy, because otherwise you would wait a long time for the germination. I want to make sure that the germination is happening quickly. Okay? Here you put around 3 to 4 a fingertip, your fingertip like this, every 1 to 2 meters. We can say every meter because we have quite many. And I want to spend all of those, okay? You don't have to count them, you just take a fingertip like this, okay? Every meter, please remember, okay? So, the next, this is, do you know this one? What is this seed? It's called castor oil. It's Ricinus communis. Nothing to eat, but you can get biodiesel out of it. It's one of the most valuable placenta plants. So one of the most valuable plants that actually protect our cash crops, that protect our slower growing trees at the beginning. Okay, and they also provide nutrients and organic matter to our cash crops. Very important to put them. We put them every half a meter, every 0.5 meter. Hamsini meter, no? No, hamsini. Hamsini centimeters. Hamsini centimeters, okay? Also already boiling. They every meter. I want to see now how you plant it. Please plant it. Okay, these are from the emergent stratum. So I have medium here and the emergent. Okay, in the next row I have the medium, I have the high. So I have actually medium, high and emergent. The emergent one, the tamarind, I have included only every 12 meters from each other. So in the tree rows every 12 meter and between the tree rows also every 12 meters. Why have I done this? In order not to... So this is, I'm not sure whether you've heard about it. We have planted the lemon tree here every 3 meters from each other. And every 6 meters in between, we have planted the banana. Okay? In the other rows, where we have planted the mango and the avocado, we have also planted every 6 meter banana. The mango and the avocado we have also planted every 6 meters. Okay, so every 3 meters we have made a planting hole and we have always alternated. Hey, please, I see the people stepping on the edges where we planted sweet potato meters from each other. So in the tree rows every 12 meters and resources here. You see? Where did we get these resources? We got it from the tamarind trees. These tamarind trees are so nice to us that they drop their leaves that we can now use them to cover our seeds. How should I cover else my seeds? You know, if I use this big material, then they won't come up. Then probably they will have problem and they will fall down, isn't it? With that material, so what we do, first of all, we soak it in water. Now I will ask Lucky to put some water here because it's dry now. And then when it's soaked with water, I will just put it slightly here to cover all this soil here, nicely. And I don't want to see any uncovered soil, okay? What did I say the first day? Never. Yeah, never, 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 never keep your soil bare. Okay? So always cover your soil, okay? This is rule number 1. And this stuff here is very, very valuable. It probably has also lots of nutrients. And this will protect our seeds and will give a nice condition for them to germinate. Okay, I think this is all what I said now. Now I'm really tired. Now I hope that you have understood the message. Now, please, we will distribute the seeds. It shouldn't take more than, I would say, half an hour for each group to get this done in a very high quality. Because we are very many people, we can split up. Each one takes 2 to 3 seeds. You ask me if you don't know anymore the distance, okay? So that it's clear, ask me whenever you want, and then we do it in a nice way, and then we go for lunch afterwards. Because then after lunch, the only thing we have to do is to do the interrow. This is the only thing that is quite quickly if we do it together.
So I think...
And now we will just do this. This we have to plant the interrows. So we have done, or we have finalized our 3 rows, right? Now the interrows, they are very much important because they provide us the food for the first 2 to 3 years for our 3 rows. Okay? So we have to observe what grows well in the region, what is drought resistant, what grows very fast, and what we can also cut and then resprouts very vigorously. Elephant grass was not recommended to be planted here because without irrigation it would probably die in the dry season. So it's not very much drought resistant here in this area. So they recommended me here this Maasai grass. It doesn't seem to be a very rich biomass provider. You know, you see here it's already seeding, yeah? And yeah, we have to see how much biomass this will really provide. Probably not too much, but we have to try it. Alternatively, in another interrow, we will plant millet. I was told that millet here provides more organic matter than sorghum and is the better choice for this area. So we do millet here.
Millet or sorghum?
Yeah, millet we would do. Okay. If you could bring the millet.
Which one, pearl or proso?
What would you recommend, Caleb? Caleb?
Mwere kana hii ingine wimbi.
Caleb, what kind of millet do you recommend of these both? We have removed this sisal, these suckers around 2.5 weeks ago, so that they can dry. Now we are already in the rainy season, so we have to make sure that we don't put it too deep into the soil, otherwise it's getting rotten. Okay? So I just put the sisal on the side of this mound, press it, and put a little bit soil, so just that it gets support, and then I put a little bit organic matter here around it. The cassava, I have shown you once again, important the position of the cassava. I've already seen people planting the cassava the wrong way. If you plant it the wrong way, you can wait for years and there won't be any germination. Then you are blaming me that I haven't drained you accordingly, properly, so that the cassava would germinate. So important that we plant it that way, where you see the buds, upwards, okay? Then I also teach you, okay, that with a panga, my second wife, you hit it 3 times here to promote the root establishment, okay? And then we have this very famous movement on the mound. You input here your panga like this. You lift your panga, and then while I insert the cassava, I remove my panga. So it's this movement. Yeah? Multitasking movement. You have to think about, I remove this one, I put this one. Okay? It's not like only this one or only this one. Not this and not this. It's always like this. Okay? Then I lift my panga. Then I put the cassava, I remove it, and then I close it, and it's properly planted. Then what else did we do here? We have planted our sweet potato. So how we usually do it, if you have the sweet potato here, then we make it like that, we wind it up. We just make sure that this part at the bottom is covered with soil, and this part at the top is showing up, so it's not covered with soil, it's uncovered, okay? So I just make a small hole here, again on my mound here, and then I cover here this with soil, okay? Always important that I cover it back with some mulch material, okay? Yeah, I've already shown the sisal, the same thing we did with aloe vera. This is a quite nice one. Again, this is just at the feet of the mound, at the bottom of the mound. We have just laid it here, pressed it a little bit against the soil, just put a little bit soil here and put some mulch around it, so in order that it's not getting rotten. Okay? I think so far so good. Did I forget anything here? Yes, important of course is the organization of the organic material. You did a good job here. You were looking for some organic material from close by. Even though you have also found a snake, it was immediately killed. I wouldn't have killed it, because in my place the snakes fulfill a very important function, and I would also recommend you not to kill your snakes. Okay? Snakes is very, very important in your ecosystem. And if you maintain the snakes, they will fulfill the function. In my place, for example, they eat the rats. I don't want to have rats in my place, and they eat the rats. So they are very, very important. I can tell you one thing, that my professor, our big professor Ernst Götsch, which is the founder of this syntropic agroforestry concept, he has lots of snakes in his place. A lot. And he can see almost, I don't know, every 2-3 weeks a snake. By the way, I also see quite often a snake in my place. He has never in his life killed a snake. But he was never hurt by a snake. Never. He's saying hello when he knows a place where a big snake of 4 or 5 meters has its living room. And he's passing by and say, hello snake, I'm here. And he's passing by his way. So he's just saying, greeting the snake, how are you doing? You are doing well your job, and I'm continuing my job, and I do my thing and you do your thing. So it's very important to keep this into consideration. The snakes are not there because they are there, but they are there because they fulfill a very important function. Okay? Every living being here on Earth is here to fulfill a very important function. Take this into consideration. And if you have leafcutter ants who eat your leaves of your citrus, then they are here because they want to tell you, you have made something wrong. They are messengers and tell you, oh, I have done an error here and I have to correct it. Okay? So always take this into consideration. So the snake was there, it was nice, but unfortunately it was killed. We can't redo it, but maybe the next time you think about it and you make a nice planting bed even with them. I still have some of the reserve. You do a planting bed and then you propagate them because it's very, very difficult to get them here in Kenya. And I brought them from Brazil. I bought them, from a seed provider. I cannot bring them every time. So make sure that you can get them proliferated, and then yes, they are valuable. I can tell you I plant them everywhere. They are nitrogen fixing, so no NPK necessary anymore because you have the N in the NPK from these plants. And then of course organic matter, and if you do a proper pruning after the first flowering, then you have a double or 3 times the harvest. I will teach you this when it's the time to do. After the first flowering you should do the pruning, okay? So now you give me the maize, please. Yes, by the way, I would suggest that this one, now this is a big question. We can plant this on the mound or we can plant it down there. Yeah, let's put it down. Let's put it down, I think so. That it provides also some soil cover down there, okay? Then please give me the cashanus, the pigeon pea. Also already boiling. Pigeon pea, we have different varieties. This I brought from Brazil. And we have also one from here. We will mix it. Here we have always a fingertip like this, 4, 5, 6, every meter. One of the most important plants, life cycle of 3 to 4 years. You can harvest several times. You eat them. They're nitrogen fixing, fodder for your animals. And if you do a proper pruning, you can harvest several times, okay? You harvest them up to 3, 4 times. Provide you a nice food. If you are the husband of the farm, your wife will be always happy when you come home with some seeds. She will give you a nice kiss, I'm sure, that you will give me a kiss if I brought it to you. So make sure, your man, that you always harvest a lot. And then, of course, you also, if you have some chicken, you have some chicken fodder. You fix some nitrogen in the soil. Your soil is also happy. And then I have lots of organic matter. So wonderful plant has to be integrated. In Zambia, are we together? Yes. Hey, please come here. In Zambia, they have integrated this together with maize. They have doubled or even tripled their maize productivity with that. Instead of planting monoculture maize, Comaco is an organization, you can look it up at Google. They've doubled or even tripled the maize productivity only by integrating this plant, okay? So, then the next one is papaya. I brought some from Brazil because I knew that you didn't have any papaya here. Of course, I know that I'm joking because you have lots of papaya, but you haven't brought me papaya seeds, so it's better to bring some. But you should also have some, so we bring in some papaya seeds. Don't eat them because we need them for planting. These are nice papaya, they are red ones. Yeah, you have the yellow ones, I think so.
Yeah, the ones,
So you will give me a hug if they do well. And you don't have to give me a kiss, but if you were a lady, then I would even request a kiss. So these ones will be nice. Take care that you have them, and also we will plant the other ones. Then the maize. So all those we will plant at the bottom, okay, by the way. So far, everything at the bottom. Now, we will have these ones. These ones, this is the Vigna unguiculata, so the cowpeas. Cowpeas, do you plant together with maize? What are the farmers here? No. They don't plant together with maize? Huh? You do? Yeah, okay, so you plant together with maize? Yes. I'm ready. Yeah. No, but we are almost done. Then we can do the seeding and then we go. Okay. The seeding is very quickly. So now these ones we will plant just besides the maize. I'm pretty sure that those will do well with the maize, isn't it? Do you plant the beans now? Is it a good time to plant the beans?
Yes. November, September.
Usually you don't plant the beans now.
Peas or peas?
This one, the cowpeas.
We plant this time.
Yeah, you plant this time. So you plant this time, so you put 3 seeds.
2 or 1.
Yeah, 2 to 3 seeds. I would say every meter, every half a meter. Every meter, okay? You just put it besides the maize, okay? And then we have the maize, so you put this on the mound, I would say, okay? And you put also the maize on the mound, okay? So the maize, I don't have to tell you, you are the professionals in planting maize, so you plant the maize every 1 meter, 3 corns, okay? You also press it against the soil. So one thing is important here, if you press, you just open with your panga. I know that we have very little panga, but nevertheless, you open it a little bit and then you just put the 3 corns here. And then I just press it against the soil and cover it slightly, and you don't have to remove the mulch. I want to make sure that this mulch remains here. I don't want to have the mulch removed away because I need the soil cover. I don't know when the next rain will come, okay? We were lucky that we had some rain last night. But who knows, maybe for the next 3 days we don't have rain. Anyway, we need this mulch cover because this is food for all of our crops, okay? Then the lemon we have here, the lemon I already said, some person of the group, of each group will plant 5 to 10 lemon to each side. And I think then we are good here. I think I've explained all of them. Oh no, because I'm very nice to you, I've brought something else. And this will be nice for the girls here. I have brought a natural lipstick. Yeah? So this is a natural lipstick. We call it Bixa orellana, we call it urucum. This is also a placenta plant. It's even secondary one. It can be there for 7, 8, 10 years. It's a shrub that will provide you lots of organic matter. It should do very well here because I know that in semi-arid areas it grows very well and it's even drought resilient. Okay, will be a very wonderful plant for you. So we will plant it. This is the remaining I have. So I think I can give you all, because this is my last station for this trip, and you can plant every meter, a fingertip as well. And again, as I said to you, and now the most important once again, please everybody look here. I cannot see anybody not doing this here. First of all, what did I say? We have to press the soil, okay? If I do it here, I press the soil first. Then I open a little bit only, I drop my seeds here, okay? And then I press here with my fingers against the soil. Okay? Please do this, please. Please do this. And that last person then will cover it, okay? Okay, so are we together? Is this clear?
Yes.
Because if I see a person not pressing this, then I have to leave very frustrated and I won't sleep tonight. Anyway, I won't sleep because I have to take the plane tonight. But I'm very unhappy then. I will cry the whole trip when I'm going back. Yeah, I will be very sad. It really touches my heart if my message doesn't arrive. So please do me a favor. Do it, because the plants will benefit from your behavior, and that is part of you. You are integrated in that part. You are participating here. You know, you will be here forever. In 10 years' time, people will remember that you were here and you were the ones helping to build this up. Okay, so you can be very proud that you were making part, and if the trees are big, then you can come back one day and say, wow, it was because of me as well that now those trees are big and that the system is flourishing. So you are part of the system, okay? So take this ownership and don't just think, oh, you are doing something which is useless, because you are very important here. You're planting trees that will save our planet. If we all planted trees, then we will change our planet. This is our most important mission. We have cell phone, we have AI, we have all this stuff. It's good to have, but sometimes it's not good to have. We have to remember that we are still social animals and that we are still connected to the environment. So we have to make sure that we don't lose this connection.
Okay, Dr. Miriam Wepuhulu. I have a PhD in microbiology. I like farming. And what is happening today is sign agriculture. In sign agriculture, it's a method of agroforestry whereby we are planting crop trees, fruit trees, and other trees that are going to either give shade or biomass to the trees, to the crop trees of our interest. Yeah. So in the procedure, we first of all dug holes, which are 3 meters apart, and we have different trees that are being grown there. We are calling some of them mother trees, others placenta trees, depending on their role in the ecosystem. Then that is what is being done in the row. Then after the row, we are also having some plants being put on the mounds. So on the mounds, we are having aloe vera and sisal. They are basically water retention trees. And other than that, we are also having cassava and sweet potato, which are also going to be harvested there. At least they are not competing with the mother trees that are in the rows. Yeah, then of course we also have the seeds, different seeds being planted differently. And what is so fascinating about the whole story is that we are learning different ways of planting the normal crops that we know. Yeah, like for the banana, farmers are used to digging a big hole that can even encompass a whole person. But in this case, we are only planting a very small section, basically the roots, what we could call the roots. Yeah, and then of course for most of the seedlings, we are also planting them in a different way, in such a way that we are first of all dipping the whole sack in the water, so that to make sure that we are retaining all the soil as we plant, and we are planting them not very deep into the soil. Yeah, for the seeds, we are pressing them onto the soil for some time, and then we leave a space or a hole for seed, for root establishment. So it is a very different way of doing the normal things that we are used to doing. Yeah.
Dr. You can tell us, probably you can now mention the partnership you're working with.
Yeah, the university has signed an MOU with Bloombells. Bloombells is an organization that was also working together with Forest for Farming. So basically we are talking about 3 organizations here, that is Tharaka University, Bloombells, and Forest for Farming organization. So the Bloombells is working with the school feeding programs and the children's menstrual cycle, but they are also empowering the communities in such a way that they show them an alternative way of living so that they do not get into the vices in the community. And also for Tharaka University, that is where we are doing a lot of community outreach. No wonder we are also working with farmers. So the farmers are coming to the university. They are also part of the Sign Ecology or Sign Agriculture program, where they are learning, and they are learning from the demo plots, and they are going to implement the same on their farms. Yeah.
Tell us how this is important.
Group number 4. Group number 4. 5. 5.
Yeah, so this one. Make sure, how often do you put this one?
A meter.
Yeah, number 4.
Number 4. Number 4. Group number 4.
Every meter press, yes, huh? Yes. You know. Yeah. Number 3.
Imekuwa karibu sana. Teremsha hapo na
na ingine.
Ninaona kana overpeak. Teremsha hadi hapa hivi. Hapo kwa karibu na hiyo kifungo ya kwanza.
Hapo kwa kibalau. Ama hapo chini.
Acha kuogopa. Okay. Karibu na
So start anza na majina and your
Ask them for their opinion.
Yes, and very active.
So you say something.
I will talk about courses, and it will be every week there will be new courses, new lessons. So you can always learn new content, and you choose the lessons you're most interested. There is an introduction lesson. There are kind of agroforestry garden. There is a course with chainsaw. You know, you have course with mango, another course in the semi-arid area like here, very interesting to you, on how to plant sisal, on how to plant, you know, this opuntia, on how to plant aloe, what we did. So you choose the ones which are the most interesting for you. Okay? Yes. And then there will be an app. You have a kind of an encyclopedia of plants. Then you can choose the plants, or you select the plants you're interested in. There will be also a manual for dryer and so on. There will be other apps we will develop. Sure. Okay? Yes. Thank you. Apologize for this disturbance, but it was not expected. They're already working on it. I've already forwarded. Okay? Asante.
Are you okay now?
Yeah.
Man is telling me that the password does not follow rules.
This is, so the password, you have to have one uppercase, one lowercase, at least one, eight characters, one number and one special character.
This is the
Let me see.
password.
Let me see. Yeah, one character is missing. You need, for example, exclamation mark or question mark or a dot or a semicolon, you know, this kind of. But we have a problem at the moment. They've tried it now through Google, and it's the same problem that appears. I will resolve this. It has already, you know, this problem shouldn't appear.
Okay.
This is.
Thank you. What, Mbosso?
Okay. So should I quickly explain something? Yeah, hello. My name is Hannes Thaler. I'm the co-founder and managing director of the non-profit organization Forests for Farming. Forests for Farming has as mission to distribute and spread the syntropic agroforestry concept around the world, the concept that had been created by Ernst Götsch, a Swiss living in Brazil since the mid-80s. And what we have done here over the last 3 days, so we have done the installation of a syntropic agroforestry demo plot at the Tharaka University in Tharaka in Kenya, together with lots of students. So we had around 80 students over the 3 days, and as well around 30 farmers from the surrounding area. The workshop started with a theory lecture at the university and was followed by a practical session over the last 2 days. So we have actually created 6 tree rows here, what you can see here, with a distance of 3 meters from each other. We have integrated as our main cash crop lemon, mango and avocado and Tamarindus indica. And we have also planted some banana in between, and lots and lots of mother trees, and then placenta plants and fast-growing biomass trees. So the objective is actually to show to the farmers and to the students here in the region that we can do farming in a different way, that we don't have to do monoculture, but that farming can be based on a highly diversified and dense system with vertical stratification, so including different strata, low, medium, high and emergent strata, and that we have actually enough plants available that can also provide water to the soil, so that we are getting also more drought resilience, because this is a semi-arid area here. We have around 750, 800 millimeter precipitation a year. So we have to make sure that we keep the moisture in the soil and that we always make sure that the soils are covered. I told them, joking, never, 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 never keep the soil bare. So always covered. So we have used banana trunks as, if you want, available biomass that we already provided here in splitted up trunks on the soil that will release slowly the water. And then we have also integrated sisal and aloe vera, which then, when they are a little bit bigger, of course, can be pruned and provide water to those main cash crops and to the other plants. We have also planted annual crops like maize, like beans, like cassava, so that can be harvested by the farmers quite quickly, as well as integrated then medium long-term fruit trees, as well as some timber trees in the end. So we provide diversified income to the farmer, also for the subsistence farming, for the food consumption at home, so that they don't have to provide, or that they don't have to purchase food from outside, often chemically contaminated, but they have healthy food here in situ. And in terms of the design, as I said, we have alternated always rows. So with the medium stratum fruit trees, where we had lemon every 3 meters, with the high stratum fruit trees, having planted them every 6 meters. And those, of course, will be then, if needed, thinned out if they're getting too dense. So in the high stratum fruit tree rows, we have avocado and mango. And as I said, in the medium stratum fruit trees, we have lemon together with banana. The banana were also included in the high stratum fruit tree rows, by the way, so that we can make sure that we have enough biomass from the beginning, and not only banana for the food production. In the inter-rows, we have some challenges, because they told me that here in the region, the elephant grass doesn't do well in the dry period, so it really dies. So we wouldn't recommend elephant grass as the proper grass, where we have then integrated the more adopted Maasai grass. It won't provide us the same amount of biomass, but we have them planted quite densely, 40-50 centimeters from each other. And then we have made like 5 rows in this interspace of around 2.5 meters, because of course we also have to take into consideration the mulch material which we have placed over the mounds. So the mounds we have actually done because we want to make sure that the sisal and the aloe vera is planted a little bit deeper. So we have not actually put them very deep into the soil. We have just pressed them against the soil so that they have support from the mound. And then, of course, when they are getting bigger, then they have some support from the side. I think that's it for the time being. What we have also done, in the interrow, we have done some testing with millet. They told me here, the farmers, that millet usually provides more organic matter than sorghum. So we have preferred millet, not only as a food provider, but also to provide us organic matter then for our tree rows. We have to see what of the grasses or what of the intercrops here, the annual crops, behave the best. Maybe we have to test or bring in also Mucuna pruriens. That could be an alternative, could provide us more organic matter. And we have to see whether there are other grasses that provide more organic matter than the Maasai grass. This is something we can look up into the future. We have enormous opportunities here with the university, in the collaboration with the university, that we work on research, because there are lots of students who are interested in working in master, bachelor and PhD thesis in that topic, in the syntropic farming topic. So as I said, we had today around 80 participants. They were much more interested. There were around 150 who wanted to participate. And yes, we believe that this will attract lots of more students in future, and that we can do lots of research on this Tharaka University land. I was also told by the co-chancellor or the vice-chancellor that much more land is available, so we can do comparisons between conventional farming systems and syntropic agroforestry systems. We can test different consortia of syntropic agroforestry systems, different species, different main cash crops. So we have huge opportunities, huge chances to get this then as well amongst the students, communicated in a way that we could include it also into the curriculum of the university as a component of the syntropic, or as a curriculum of the agriculture studies. Because so far agriculture consists only of the conventional agriculture, and we have also one course of agroforestry, but it's not the way on how we actually understand agroforestry. So bringing in the syntropic agroforestry component into the curriculum of agriculture here at the Tharaka University would be almost revolutionary and would be probably, at least what I know, the first example in the world of such a university bringing this into their curriculum, into their research, and finally, make it mainstream to students as well to farmers and everybody here in Kenya and beyond. So thank you very much. So now I want to also ask one of the students who participated here. What is your name again? I forgot.
I'm Asha Kaburi.
Asha?
Yes.
Okay, so Asha, she participated over the 3 days. So Asha, what do you think about what we did here over the last 3 days? What was it a nice experience for you? What was the most striking thing you learned or the most striking experience you had over the last 3 days? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that experience over the last 3 days.
Thank you, Prof. Actually, taking part in Syntropic Farming has been one of my best experience to have.
Maybe you can start again.
So, thank you, Prof, for the chance. And I'm grateful that you came here to the university. Syntropic Farming has been a good experience. Actually, I've learned a lot, come from planting of the banana suckers and incorporating all these and the integration that I've done across yesterday and today. They have been the best activities to engage ever. So I just feel the skills and the knowledge that we have just learned from yesterday and today, this is what we are taking back to our community. And more so, also I would emphasize that the same activity should be carried in this semi-arid place where people feel that they are experiencing a food shortage. But I know if we all take these activity with a lot of seriousness, the 100 students that have been trained and the farmers, that is a population of 150 students and 150 people, we can bring a greater change, especially in this area. And also in my community, when we get back, I think this will be one of my projects to do over there.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
I've also informed you about our Forest for Farming Academy, the online learning platform.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that this could be beneficial for students in their way, yes, of becoming agronomes and also, maybe including this syntropic agroforestry element into their studies? How this could be, benefit them?
Okay, thank you for that. In fact, that academy is going to equip so many students to acquire these farming skills, and more so the people that are in the Ministry of Agriculture and Extension. It's going to be a greater move to them because I'm very sure they're going to be equipped well, and especially this soils itself. You have seen it one-on-one today on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think an online learning platform is an ideal instrument for that? I mean, can it help in addition to those practical experiences we have in the field? Can it also help students in the learning process?
Sure, because now I think every person is on that world of media online, so I think it will be of great importance to them because they're going to access a lot of information, may it be theoretical, and then they can bring the theoretical learning of the knowledge into the practical form.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you already subscribed to the...
I'm going to be there.
Okay, that's great.
I'm one of them now as we talk.
Yeah, it was nice working with you, with all the students who have already left now because it's almost evening now. The sun is going down, so we still have 1 hour sunlight, so we really took advantage of that day. So I thank you very much for your participation, and it was a pleasure working with you all here over the last 3 days.
Can't wait to have you more and more at the time. You're much welcome to the university.
Thank you, and tutunano.
It has been my pleasure to enter the entire university.
Thank you so much.
Tutaonana.
We have another one, but I don't know. This one, at least you have already.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So you start with your name, introduction, and what have you done. We just summarize.
Yeah, maybe I do it first alone, and then you then you come in. Huh? Is it okay like this, or I'm very.
It's okay. You are getting it from the farm.
Our sunlight, so we really took advantage of that day. So I thank you very much for your participation, and it was a pleasure working with you all here over the last 3 days.
Can't wait to have you more and more at the time. You're much welcome to the university.
Thank you, and tutunano.
It has been my pleasure to end the entire university.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
tutaonana.
We have another one, but I don't know this one. At least you have already.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So we start. You start with your name, introduction, and what have you done. We just summarize.
Yeah, maybe I do it first alone,
Yeah,
and then you then you come in. Huh? Is it okay like this, or I'm very.
It's okay. You are getting it from the farm.